It's that time again. Let's do a book haul. 11-ish of them. So that was a bummer for me, I'll be honest. Uber fat, by the way, but I'm a little bit addicted to buying books again. Hello, my friends, and welcome to my channel, Discover with Kim. I'm Kim. I'm so excited you're here with me today. Welcome to this week's book chat. This week is, of course, my favorite kind of book chat, and that is a book haul. So today I'm going to be showing off all the books that I have gotten in the past month-ish, and there is 11-ish of them. I'll tell you why it's an ish at the end. So let's get right into my book haul. Okay, the first couple books I got when I went to a indie bookstore book opening. I love supporting indie bookstores, so I try to go to openings whenever I see they are around me. And when I do go, I try to pick up a couple books just to support them and to start off their business like on a strong note, right? Obviously. So the first book I got was A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan. Our main character in this book, she is a dragon naturalist. So basically she studies dragons, and I think that sounds so fascinating and so interesting. This book is basically the story of her life from what I can understand. So from when she was a young girl and how she got interested in dragons, and then perhaps her studies of dragons and the history of them. That is my guess. I obviously only know what I've read from the synopsis or heard online about these books, so I only know about as much as you guys do, but this one sounds really fun. I am a huge fan of anything dragons, basically, and a natural history of them. It just sounds amazing. Next up is The Knight and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. This book, I will be honest, I was waiting to buy because I really wanted one of these special editions, but they are sold out absolutely everywhere, and I'm not sure if they will ever be in stock again. And honestly, I just really want to read it, so I picked it up at the indie bookstore, just the regular edition, but it's still beautiful in my opinion. And my sister read this book a while ago, and she very much recommended it to me. And then just last month, I read a duology by the same author, One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, and I absolutely loved that duology. So I figured, yeah, this is a must get for me because my sister recommended it and I love the author already, so I'm very excited about this one. This one is a romantasy book. It is about our female main character. I believe she is a nun. She's a prophetess. So she's a young prophetess, and she is almost done with her work, but are near the end of their service. A mysterious knight shows up. He's rude and devilishly handsome, and he has no respect for our female main character's visions. But when something starts to happen to her fellow diviner, she has to team up with this knight and go on an adventure to try and save them. It sounds really fun. It sounds like it is an enemies to lovers, and I love a good romantasy, so I feel like this was a no-brainer for me, and I'm very excited to read this one. I might actually read it this month, I'm not sure, but yeah, I think I might read it this month, like December. We'll see. We'll see. I have a lot of things I want to read in December, so we'll find out. And then the final book that I got from the indie bookstore was Arcana Academy by Elsie Kova. This one is going to be part of a series. It says book 1 on the top, and I know very little about it. It says, a woman who wields magical tarot cards lands herself in a false engagement with the headmaster of a mysterious academy in this first installment of an enthralling fantasy romance series. That's really all I need to know that I feel like I'm going to love this one, and I'm really excited about it. And then a couple of my friends on TikTok said that it was really good, so I'm really excited for this one as well. Next up is a fun little book that I found on Amazon for decently cheap, like only like $5 at the time. Don't quote me on that, you know, Amazon prices change, but I found it and it looks so cute, and it is The Secret Garden, a graphic novel. It is adapted by Mariah Marson and is illustrated by Hannah Uchtefeld. But yeah, so this is literally the book The Secret Garden, and it has been turned into a graphic novel, and my nephew kind of got me into graphic novels this year. I've always been into them and comic books and that kind of thing, but never like a huge fan. But my nephew got me into them a bit this year with book clubbing the Warriors graphic novels with him. So when I saw this one for such a good price, I was like, I absolutely need to pick this up because honestly, I'm just so excited to read it, and I think it's going to be so fun and just such a joyous little read. Next up is a book that I am definitely going to be reading in December, and that is Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn. I am a huge fan of Megan Quinn. Every book I've read by her, I have very much enjoyed. So when I saw this Christmas book and such a fun version of it, I was like, I need to get it. I have to get it. And yeah, I'm very excited to read this one. This one is a Christmas romance. It is between our male main character. He works at his family's Christmas tree farm and he is trying to keep it running. And our female main character, she is new to town and she is working at a rival Christmas tree farm. And our male main character is convinced that she's out to get him. And yeah, apparently chaos ensues. And I think it's going to be absolutely hilarious. I think it's going to be so funny and so sweet. And I think it's going to be such a fun Christmas romance. And I cannot wait to read this one and vlog it for you guys. Next up is a romantasy. It is called Thorn Season by Kira Azar. This one I'm pretty sure I just picked up on like a random grocery shopping trip this past month. My partner, we were shopping and we stopped by the book section because of course you always have to stop by the book section, and he was like, you have 10 seconds to pick out a book that you actually want. And yeah, I grabbed this one and yeah, I knew I wanted it. I don't think he knew I would actually have a book that I wanted like so quickly, but yeah, I'm very excited for this one. This one is a romantasy. It says, an heiress possessing illegal magic who has more to lose than just her secrets, a harsh and glittering royal court where the threat of discovery lurks around every corner, two beguiling and very dangerous men who might be her salvation or her ruin. It's rose season at the palace, but survival will depend on becoming the most vicious of thorns. Yeah. This one sounds so good and so fun, and it's like a romantasy that takes place at like a palace and a court, and yeah, I can't wait. Next up is a book that I had pre-ordered and I had to get it for the holiday season, so this is another one you will be seeing me reading in December, and I am so excited about it, and that is The Christmas Tree Farm by Lori Gilmore. If you've been watching, you would have seen that just a couple months ago, I read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe, also by Lori Gilmore. That was number 1 in this series. This is number 2 in the series. This is the Christmas themed one for like the first seasonal round of it. I think she's on like round 2 of the books, but this is the first one. And yeah, I'm so excited for this one. It says, the magic starts here. A small town spicy festive romance. Our female main character just bought a Christmas tree farm. It's too cute for its own good. Our male main character is on a vacation. Both somehow end up trapped by a blanket of snow at her farm. And yeah, things occur. Sounds super cute. Sounds like forced proximity. Sounds like it's gonna be super Christmassy. And yeah, the perfect holiday read. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Honestly, just the aesthetic of these books just like screams the season that it's for. Like, this just screams Christmas. So I already love it, and I just know it's going to be funny and cute and spicy and amazing. Next up is The Things Gods Break by Abigail Owen. This one is book number 2 in a series. Number 1 is The Games Gods Play. I'm not going to read the synopsis or anything because I have not read book 1 yet either, so I don't want to give away any spoilers for me and for you. But this is another book I got. It is second in a series. It's a fantasy series, and yeah, I'm really excited to read that series probably in the new year for that. Next up are my books of the month for November. I got volume 0, issue 10. This is my collection of short stories that I get every other month. It's issue 10. It's just a bunch of short stories. This one is a little bit different, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the happiest about. They like included like a magazine type thing in the front, and then like a excerpt from Flat Earth, which is a book. Which, like, I'm sorry, I'm not looking to get this for an excerpt from a book. I signed up for this because I liked that I got 7 different short stories from 7 different authors, or like random people. Also, I mean, they're all authors, but you know what I mean. Like, it's not like they were like well-known authors. They were just 7 authors of these short stories, and I loved it. And now I only got 5 short stories and an excerpt from a book that I don't care to read. So that was a bummer for me, I'll be honest. But it is what it is. And then the book I got for my book of the month, like the actual book, was Violet Thistlewaite Is Not a Villain Anymore by Emily Kremfoltz. This one looks like such a cute, cozy fantasy. It says every thorn has its rose. So I believe our female main character was a villain, and now that her dark sorcerer is dead, she's determined to start over. She's moved to a quaint town of Dragon's Rest. Adorable. And she opens up a flower shop and she's trying her best just to not be a villain anymore. But then she meets a prickly yet dashingly handsome gentleman, an alchemist who is sharing her greenhouse. They end up having to work together to make both of their businesses succeed. But with a figure from her life In the past, knocking on her door, secrets are being threatened to uproot, and she's wondering, does a former villain truly deserve a happily ever after? So that sounds adorable. It sounds like fun, and it sounds like a redemption story for a female main character, and a cute little romance and cute little like cozy fantasy. So I'm really, really excited for that one. Okay. And then last up is book number 11-ish, which is it's the Twilight series box set, if you couldn't tell. So Twilight series, the 20th anniversary of the first book was, I believe, September, and they came out with a box set of all the books, a brand new deluxe collector's edition, and I will say I had coupons and I timed it out so that I got this very, very much discounted. I would not allow myself to pay full price, but I could not resist them, so I had to get them. So I do own my original copies of Twilight Saga, so the first 4 books, I got them as they came out because I was a teenager when they came out, so I was reading them, and I do still own my original copies, but they have seen a lot of love. So I thought a brand new, beautiful collector's edition was exactly what I needed, and this way in 2026 I plan to do an entire Twilight Saga reread, and I have beautiful new books to do it. And either way, like, these are just gorgeous. These are just display worthy books because they're just so pretty, and yeah, like I said, I could not resist getting them, and it is what it is. I will say that Midnight Sun, this is Edward's version of Twilight, the first book. This book, which is super fat, by the way, that's crazy. This book, I have not read yet. So I'm very excited to read this one when I do my reread. It'll be like a reread of the saga and then my first read of Midnight Sun. So I'm really, really excited for that. I can't believe it's so fat. Like, look at that compared to Twilight. Edward's version, Bella's version. Like, okay, Edward, I guess you had some death after living for 100 years, right? But yeah, so that is my 11-ish book, because technically it is 5 books. It's not 1 book, but it is a box set, so I'm just counting it as one. I bought it all together, and yeah, I'm so excited I got it because I absolutely love it. Okay, and with that, that is the end of my recent book haul. I'm a little bit addicted to buying books, so yes I am, but they're for a good cause, and I read a lot, and I plan on reading a lot in 2026. I have big goals, big plans, so I can't wait, and I'm so excited for it. Let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of these books in your opinion, without any spoilers, and let me know if there's any of these books that I need to read ASAP. Like, were they so good that I need to jump right on it? Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this week. I hope you enjoyed this haul. I hope you have a fabulous week, and live well, read some books, go discover, my friends. Until next time.